Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a virtual About Me shadow box using Google Slides. So, after you're done watching this video and you've clicked through this presentation, create your own shadow box, you will be able to create your own shadow box. So there's going to be a slide in here that has a blank template for you to fill out. The first thing you're going to want to do is put your name. And then you're going to want to start to list and think of some of your hobbies and your favorite things. So if I click on this text box, there's a little dash here. So you can begin listing off your hobbies. So for example, a hobby is something that you enjoy to do. So it could be playing a sport, creating artwork. So for example, one of my hobbies that I enjoy is riding my bike. Favorites would be considered favorite things, maybe season, sports, animals, color. So my favorite color is blue. Now, when you're done listing, if you press enter, it will automatically create dashes and continue. My favorite season is fall. All right, you get the idea? So I actually have already completed my list. So I'm going to click on my example slide back here. And notice I have completed my hobbies and favorites. I have about 5 to 8 hobbies and favorites listed under each category. The more you do, the better, because then it will help you generate ideas for what type of images and found objects you would like to place in your shadow box. Now, for your shadow box, I want 5 to 7. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. 5 to 7 images, also known as found objects, to include in your shadow box, okay? So I'm going to show you how you can start putting images, found objects, into your shadow box. So the first thing you're going to want to do is look at your hobbies and favorites list. So first thing for me on my hobbies is making jewelry. So something that could represent that is maybe a jewelry item. So for example, a necklace. So I would want to try and find a necklace picture. You have a couple different options. Included in this presentation is a slide called Found Object Library, where I have included different pictures, found objects that you can include in your shadow box. However, maybe there's not an image in here that represents yourself. You don't have to use this. This is just an example and a place to get started if you're having trouble thinking of things. Now I put a necklace in here, so I'm going to click on this. How I select this is I first click, so it's in blue. This blue square around it, the item. And if I use my mouse pad, if I take 2 fingers, like I'm doing the peace sign, I take those 2 fingers and click on the mouse pad at the same time using both of them, a little menu will pop up. And if you have a computer mouse, if you right click, you will also get this menu. When I get this menu up, I want to copy. I want to go back to my shadow box. And then again, 2 fingers on the mouse pad or right click on your mouse, and I can then paste this image. There we go. Now, I don't want the necklace right here, so I'm going to move it into one of my boxes. And I also want it to take up the whole space, so I'm going to drag it to make it a little bigger. How I drag it is I go one of these corners and pull. Okay, that looks good to me. Now, I don't have to put all of my hobbies in here. I might run out of space, so pick some of my favorite. Let's see. Oh, maybe playing guitar. I saw that I had a guitar in my found object library. So there it is. Again, 2 fingers on the mouse pad, click, copy, go back to my slide, 2 fingers, and paste. Now I want to drag it. I'm going to click and drag and place it where I want it and make it a little bit bigger. Now, another cool way to rearrange your image is at the top of your box, there's a little dot, a blue dot. If I hover my mouse above it, I can rotate my item. So I'm going to rotate my guitar so it looks like it's resting up against my shadow box. There we go. Okay. Let's see what else. Favorites. Maybe I'll go do a few more hobbies. Okay, riding my bike. Now, let's say I go to the object library and I'm like, I don't see a bike in here. Not everything's going to be in here. So what I'll have to do is go up to the left corner of Google Slides, top corner, and there's a little tab called Insert. I'm going to click on Insert and do Image. Then a couple options will pop up. It says Upload from Computer, which you can definitely do, and I will explain in a little bit, or Search the Web. I know I don't have a picture of my bike on my computer, so I'm going to search the web. When I do this, Google Images pops up, and there's a little toolbar over here where I could search for an image. So go ahead, and I'm going to put in bike. Now, if I just search bike, let's see what pops up. Oh, that's a nice one. But a lot of these have a background in it, and I might not want that. I might just want an item. So here's a little tip, a tech tip. You can write transparent behind whatever you're searching for, and it will pull up just the image of your item. Or I could search, I can do transparent or do bike, and then after I search for an image, do PNG. There we go. What this does by putting PNG or transparent behind the image that you're searching for, it will pull up an image that doesn't have any background in it. So that's a little bit better. I want to go back. Accidentally exit out. Search the web. Let's see. Scroll down a bit. I like this one. So I'll click on the image that I want and press Insert. Wow, and that popped up really big. So I'm going to move it. And again, take the corner and drag it to make it smaller. Click and drag to move. Okay. Just a pinch. Perfect. Now, say I want to insert a picture from my computer. You would have to make sure that you have already downloaded or saved an image on your desktop. So if I go down to favorites, one of my all-time favorites is my dog Cleo. And I know that I have a saved picture of her on my computer. So I could go to Insert, Image, Upload from Computer, and my save files will pop up. And here's a nice picture of Cleo. I'm going to select that image and press Open. There we go. Now I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so it can fit in one of my windows. There we go. Perfect. Another option for inserting an image is you can go Insert, Image, and then if you want to, if your computer has a camera on it, you can click on Camera and you could upload a selfie into your shadow box. So I'll go ahead and do that. Here I am. So if I wanted to insert a picture of myself, you just adjust it to how you want it, and then I would click on this photo icon. And then once it has my photo saved over here, I can click on Insert. So there I am. I'm going to make it smaller, and I'll put it up here. Okay. Now I still have a few more sections or spaces in my shadow box where I could put more found objects, but I'm not going to fill out the whole thing because that would be a really long video. Thanks for being patient. One last thing I'll mention is also in this slide presentation, the last slide are just these fun lights. Now these aren't really items that represent yourself, but it's more decorations, more decorative, which I kind of think is fun. So when you're done getting all of your found objects that represent yourself in your shadow box, you could maybe put a few decorations on it. So I'm going to copy these lights, kind of like that, and paste them. Oh, they popped over there. And drag them to where I want them, right? I think that just adds a nice touch to my shadow box. Okay, so one more time to clarify. Use your hobbies and favorites to generate ideas for what type of found objects you can put in your shadow box that represent yourself. To insert found objects, you can either go to the Found Object Library, or you can go to Insert, Images, and you can upload from your computer, or you can search the web. Remember, if you search the web, whatever you want to search for. So say that one of your favorites is you love flowers. So I could do flower. If I just search flower, I'm going to get flowers that have a background. It's not bad, but it might be distracting. Maybe you just want a single flower. So if I type PNG behind it, or if I type transparent, it will pop up flowers that don't have a background. So I'll insert one into my shadow box and readjust. I love this. Now, maybe I didn't include flowers as my favorite, but my favorite color is blue, so I could do a blue flower. I also like the color yellow, so this works too. And I'll put that in there. Okay. When you are done making your shadow box, you can go ahead, and I've made a copy of a presentation for all of you, so you can go ahead and submit that. And I hope you have fun creating an About Me shadow box. Thank you for watching.